Hello. Can
Okay. Can you guys hear me? There we go. I think that fixed it up. Okay. What is up, orange juice, please? Lotus, Billy D, my beloved. I am back. And you're not even, no one's gonna believe what I'm here to do today. I'm gonna collect my quests, and that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Not too many quests today, only got 2. But hopefully next time I stream I can get a few more. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Actually, that's not what we're doing. We're doing, Lotus Flower. Lotus Flower, yay, it doesn't end. The pain, the suffering, it never ends. Let me put this up so it's not so weird looking. Now it looks even more weirder looking. There we go. Hello, email. Email is cool. Alright, so hopefully I can just conquer this trial today. I got 54 to 100 again for the 4th time ever. And just I just practiced the duel a whole bunch, as always. So I did the hardest part of the level already today. So hopefully I can do it again. I just need to, get there. I did a command called /ship in a Discord server, and I shipped myself with a bot and got friend zoned so hard. Ooh, that's rough. You got friend zoned so hard. That's too real. Why can't I play this currently? There we go. Okay. Dude, when you click and it just feels like you're playing bad already? You're not even doing anything. That's what it feels like right now. I don't like it. It's also a gazillion degrees in here where I am currently. Do you know what it is? My wallet's in my pocket. I feel so much lighter now. I felt so much lighter. Sometimes you just need to take if you have something in your pocket when you play GD, it's like an automatic 40% debuff. Have you ever played GD with no headphones, just playing it out loud? It's probably... I never do it because it's there's people in my house that don't want to listen to music constantly. They can listen to my voice. I don't care about that. But it feels weird, but you are automatically better at the game. But it's like a 5% buff to yourself. I shit myself with Johnny, and it said 97%. 97%? That's what, squid at 50.001%. Yes, exactly. You got it correct. I'm really hoping that I do not get 97% on this level. If I do, there will probably not be a Billy D channel because of the things I'll say if I die there. The things I say, the things I'll do if I died at 97%. If I died at anywhere in the 90s, I will actually be so mad. Because that means someone walked in my room, grabbed my controller, and clicked randomly. And even still, they can probably beat the level. No Lotus Billy D? Oh, there's gonna be Lotus Billy D, don't worry. We got Lotus Billy D for a while. Until I beat this level. And then there will be no more Lotus Billy D. It will be some other level. I think I need to turn the music up. It's feeling a little quiet. Oh man, today I went to Six Flags, which where I am, that's like a amusement park basically. It's huge. It's kind of like Disneyland type thing, but way smaller and a lot cheaper. And oh my goodness, I am exhausted, but I'll use that to my advantage and beat the level. Oh, no! Johnny got friend zone even harder. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. I don't know what you're even talking about. There's no context. Just like in general. Or in this server you're moderating. That you said earlier that you were. God, stop dying there! Title Billy D. Yeah, that'll be the next version of Billy D. That'll be, well, actually no, it's Amethyst now. Amethyst got rated, and now it's top 1, which is kind of crazy. And it might immediately get dethroned. Oh my god. Why am I dying to that? That's so annoying. I'm like getting here every time and then I typically don't die there that much. That's annoying. That's very troublesome. Makes me angry. I don't know how much there will be of commentary Billy D today. I'm gonna talk. I'll probably still end up talking a bunch, but today it's just gonna be kind of like I want to beat this so badly. So it's probably gonna be a little bit more Focus Billy, which we don't really see often. We don't see much of Focus Billy. There's a lot of off-track Billy, but today might be a little bit more Focus Billy. I don't know though. Maybe something will come up and then it'll just be an entire. I'll get so off track so quickly. That'll probably be what happens. Dude, why? That's the click's so easy. Sometimes I play Among Us because I realize I have it on my Switch and it's fun, kinda. I've only played Among Us one time. It's kind of fun. Like, only with friends, though. Playing online Among Us might be top 10 worst experiences on this planet. It's like, immediately they're like, oh my god, you're the imposter. They're always right. It's like, what do you mean? How do you know? We've been playing for 5 seconds. Why are you this good at the game? Or it's like the opposite. They'll call and then no one knows what's happening. And it's just so unfun. With friends, though, on the other hand, it's pretty amazing. I haven't played in years, but last time I played with friends, it was pretty fun. Actually, that's not true. The last time I played it was in my history class. Not history class, oh my god, physics class. We played this, like, Among Us game Kahoot thing, and then the very last day of school, we played Among Us, real Among Us. That was kind of fun. Would I ever remove the percentage decimals? Oh, well, this is another different computer. I just kind of forgot to turn it back on. I got imposter 3 times in a row today. I struck the lottery. That is amazing. The game's only fun if you're the imposter. If you're not, the game sucks. I don't like games like that where, like, there's only one side is super fun to play as. Like, any hide-and-seek game. Like in Minecraft, I think Hypixel, like, Block Hunt. Or something like that. It's only fun when you're the block or the animal or whatever it is. I know there's a game called Prop Hunt. Prop Hunt's only fun as the prop. Because, like, if you're the person just trying to kill them, it's like, well, I mean, at least when I play it, it's like nearly impossible. Because you're just, like, looking around this whole map and then the whole time they're right behind you, just trolling you the whole time. Prop Hunt is only fun if you're the prop? I can't talk. As the seeker, it's just like, well, this sucks. I have to find people that are literally the exact same everything as a door. Like, you just have to find a door. You have to shoot every door, every vase. It's unfun. Now, as the prop, that's where things are different. It's so fun being annoying. I love being the person I hate most when I'm the seeker. Where I play 3 imposters, and when I'm imposter, one of them just kills whenever the cooldown ends, making it torturous to even kill. Yeah, that's why I vote imposters as imposter. Yeah, it's. I mean, I haven't done that. That's a good strat. Keep it so it's just by yourself. Most, like, online games in general, like, similar to that, sometimes they're just, like, I don't know, it's either only fun with, like, friends and stuff. Like, I hate doing, like, missions in games with other people I can't hear or talk to, really. Because they could just be doing something. They could be doing the whole thing while I'm, like, doing something else, and it's just like, oh, well, thanks. That was bad. Oh.
If you play multi-imposter, here's a tip. Trust absolutely nobody at all. Anyone can be an imposter, and also games are a bit longer with over two. With over two?
With over 2 minutes. I probably won't be playing Among Us anytime soon. You know what game I really, really liked was Lethal Company. I thought Lethal Company was like probably one of the best, like super like flash popular games. Like it was popular for like a little bit. I would still play it. I haven't played it in a while. I got pretty good at it. I would do it solo. And I got to like the 2,000 quota before, which was kind of crazy. Just by myself. It's definitely more terrifying when you're playing it by yourself, but it is it's such a fun game. Cuz it's like genuinely terrifying, especially with mods and stuff. A lot of horror games I don't really like, they're not like that scary. Because it's just like, oh, there's a jump scare, now I'm terrified. Lethal Company is just like, if you play that game by yourself with some like mods and stuff, you're like, you're just constantly on edge of just like, I'm about to die. I'm about to die, and I hear something down there, and I'm literally about to die. While also just being a super goofy game. I love it. I love Lethal Company.
As an imposter, goes solo most of the time. In random servers, they are untrustworthy, so vote them if they get accused and just kill on your own.
I'll take note. Next time I play Among Us imposter mode, I will take these notes down. However, maybe I wonder if I'll play Among Us again in my life. I honestly don't know if I will.
Ow! If you vote accused imposter as an imposter, people will think you are not an imposter, so.
Ooh. You gotta trick them. With reverse psychology. And then you got to do it with the reverse psychology, and then you gotta keep going. Never let them know.
Oh, that was so. Said squid. This kid at 30.
Dude, what is that? Dude, that was dumb. I went way too berserker mode. Dude, today, I was like talking with my dad, and I unironically said carnage mode. Like, I was like, man, I'm gonna go carnage mode if like I don't get food right now. And I like didn't think about it until like a minute later that I said the level. I said a level on accident. And it's like, I feel like that's a weird one to accidentally say without meaning to do it. I genuinely like found a way to say it. That's it. That's all I got today. That's my story. I accidentally said a Geometry Dash level. $58 times 2. Yep! This is probably going to be 58 times 3, 5, 25, 4 million. 58 is the, like, hardest part of the duel. That ship swing thing... That entire ship is ridiculous. There's nothing simple about it. It's all tough. And tricky and challenging. It's a very conniving part, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm bound to die to 40 for the 41 click. Oh, no, dude! Why? Why? 69 times like a billion, dude. That click is so ridiculous. I hate dying like that, too. Like, where the ship and the ball are just so far apart from each other. Oh, my God. It's like the worst you can possibly do that click. I felt so good in that attempt. I was so locked in. Oh, my God, no. Yeah, I know, 69, very funny. Very funny that I died there. Hilarious. Dude, if I get past that click, I'm literally getting so far. Like, that's where Mega Go is. 70 is Mega Go. 50 is Go. 70 is Mega Go. And, like, 84 is Holy Moly Fish. Not fish, squid. Holy Moly Squid. Like, we got common squid. 50 is common squid, and then, like, 60-ish is like, rare squid. And then we got Mega Squid at 70. Omega Ultra Squid at 80. And then 100 is just infinite squid. That squid is home free. only like 3 people on the entire planet just understood what I meant or could comprehend what I just said. Like probably maybe 4 people, including myself, understood what I just meant. Ugh. Oh my gosh. That's the best attempt today. Nothing else is gonna top that. It's like so close to my best too. It's like, it's kind of rude actually. This level's rude. Doing what's cool though is I have it in 2 runs. You know, today's feeling kind of good. Why? Oh my god, stop doing the dumb things! That's so easy. That's like the easiest part of the whole duel, ever. It's the easiest click. That click is as hard as Stereo Madness. Just the entirety of Stereo Madness. Maybe back on track. Hello, Cammed. Already got pretty pretty decent duel attempts for 30 minutes, actually. I've gotten to the duel 4 times. That's actually really good. Things have been on the up and up with this level. I've been getting far, like, very consistently now, which is kind of lovely.
What's on me? Oh, there's just like an ant crawling on my leg. I don't like that.
There was no way I was gonna get anywhere with that ant crawling on me. I'm glad it wasn't a spider. That would have been rough. The stream would go black and then it would turn off because I would probably be throwing my computer. Click of Evil Doom. It got me again. It's always how it goes.
Oh my god! I went to itch my neck, and that was the end of it. My neck got itchy, and I had to itch it. I want a protective suit to deal with insects in my house when I gotta live alone. I know I'm probably gonna need like some flamethrowers. My boredom will now be a bit more gone now that I'm in the stream.
It'll be a bit more gone. I'm really glad that your boredom will be a bit more gone. That's my goal. I want people's boredom to be gone. Once they view, no more boredom. Yeah. No more boredom. It'll be eradicated. And you know what? Today I've been getting far, like, at least once every 5 to 10 minutes, which is better than some days where it's 0 times in 3 hours.
Except that click is impossible. First like, oh my god. I'm birthing brown. Wait, what? Oh, I'm so glad about that Terminus Affinity.
I'm really happy that you're doing that. I was like, what are you... Oh, I know exactly what you're saying now. I feel like just saying what you're doing is better than phrasing it however you just phrased it. However, I will be stealing that because that's pretty awful and funny. I'm going to use that in everyday conversation from now on.
Oh my god, I missed a pink orb. I mined 100,000 or more blocks for 5 hours because of my boredom.
What type of blocks? Just any block? Become gun. That is some mega boredom right there. Mining 100,000 blocks. How do you even do that? You must have like, what like a netherite pickaxe with, was efficiency 3? Is that the thing that makes it mine fast?
Hey, Pops!
Yeah?
Are you gonna be hungry at all again today?
Probably not.
Okay.
Thank you though.
Yep.
I will not be hungry later today. For if any of you guys were worried, I am stuffed to the brim with chicken tenders and mac and cheese, and I really wish I was joking, but that is what I ate for lunch/dinner. Is an absurd amount of wings or chicken tenders with like honey mustard chicken tenders, so it was pretty delicious. However, I will be having cardiac arrest at the ripe old age of 17. Ah! Whoever put that spike there needs to be executed. That click is just scary every time I go for it, you know? You literally just need to click that yellow orb and hope that you just get through. There's no skill involved. It's all just luck. And hopefully you get consistent at knowing when to click. Wait, 17? Yeah, I'm a child. Do you think I was 14? A lot of people mistake me for like 14, 13 all the time. Dude, there was this one time, actually not even that long ago, it was like last week, I went to this like show, and they had like a bar, and they were like, what type of beer do you want? And I could have literally asked. I could have actually probably gotten a beer without being ID'd, because people were just getting them in line, and I was like, can I have a mocktail? Can I please have a non-alcoholic beverage? And they're like, oh, okay. Like, I could have so easily have just gotten probably an alcoholic beverage, but I don't want to get drunk, so I got that instead. But it was pretty funny. I was like, wow, thank you for thinking I was a million years. I've been mistaking it as a 25-year-old. Well, I'm just 15. Oh, really? I've mid-20s before, especially when I don't shave my face. If I let my face go for like a week, if I let it rip for a week, I turned like 5 years older. Doesn't help that my voice is pretty low. Yeah, I'm 17 years old. That's why I still feel okay. Like, that's why I'm still playing GD. If I was like 25, I'd be making money and doing other things 25-year-olds do. There's definitely been like venues that I go to where it's like 18 plus and I just kind of walk in and no one really tells me anything. It's like, oh, awesome. It's a perk of looking older. But then people are like, oh, I thought you were older. It's like, oh, thank you, I think. It's like almost a compliment. Like, people think it's a compliment, I think. But it's like, oh, thanks for thinking I was old.
Ah!
Like, never in my life has someone thought I was younger than I actually am. It's either, and it's typically just I look older than I am. It's always like, oh, it's like almost a compliment every time.
When I was 9 years old, I had a sleep where I remembered where I fell asleep.
I've never had that. Sometimes I'll just be like thinking, oh my god, why can't I go to sleep? And then I'll wake up the next morning. I'm like, wait, what? I cannot like think the entire, like, I just have to stop thinking, which sometimes doesn't happen, but eventually just fall asleep. And I don't know when it happens. I don't know how it happens. Like, sometimes I'll be like trying to go to bed. It's like takes like 40 minutes. It's like, oh my god, I'm so hot. It's so uncomfortable. And then I wake up 8 hours later. And I'm like, how did I fall asleep being that warm? You ever not put a blanket on and you're still too warm? It's like, are you joking? This is the least amount of things that could be on me right now, and I am still boiling. Even with like a fan on, it doesn't even work. It's like right before you put the air conditioners in. Like a week before you put air conditioners in is probably the worst week in life.
It mistook me for a 25-year-old on the internet because of my way I talk. This was like a year ago, even though you're a teenager.
I mean, I think it's a little bit different. It's a little bit harder to tell unless if you literally just explicitly say what your age is.
Oh. I had a dream about skibbity toilets chasing me while I was swimming on air in 2018.
I'm really proud about your dream, man. I'm really happy you had that dream. Thank you for sharing. That's a dream that I can say I've never had even anything remotely close. I wish I can, like, remember my dreams more. Like, I wonder how many dreams I've forgotten that, like, I thought were awesome in the moment. Like, sometimes dreams stand out so much, and then sometimes they don't at all.
That's the worst death ever! No, that's the worst death that could have ever happened. That's the first time that's happened too. I didn't think it would ever happen, but it did. It did. And the dream you had was in 2018. Oh. I had a dream about Scoop Toilet 2-3 years before it was created as a meme. Oh, wow. Was it like exactly like the meme?
Yes, that is. You predicted it in your dreams. That's kind of crazy. That's insane in the sauce. Oh my god, alright. I gotta pretend like that didn't hurt me. Mentally and physically. And spiritually. You call BS? I mean...
Well, can't even prove it because it was a dream.
Yeah, there's no way to prove it. You could say you dreamed about anything, and what are people gonna say? When I was like, back in 2008, when I was 1 year old, I dreamed that I would become a YouTuber, jump trash YouTuber. And weirdly enough, Cam, you were actually in my dream when I was 1 year old. I was like, oh my god, there's gonna be this guy named Cam. And then I woke up and I was like, goo goo gaga, and then I forgot everything else after that. But yeah, it was a crazy dream.
Also dreamed about fidget spinners. Can't even make this up, but I keep having dreams about the future.
I mean, you can't really prove it. It's pretty hard to prove that. I mean, unless if you're like, oh, I dreamed about this, and then in like a couple years it happens. Like, that's the only way. You gotta make a prediction right now about what's gonna happen in the future. And then if you're right, then I will say that your dreams can predict the future. It has to be from a dream. You can't just make it up on the spot right now.
It's likely it was just something similar, but you associated with the meme.
When it came out. That is probably a good reason, but honestly, I think you can actually see the future. But we just need to prove it, right? Next time you have a dream, you gotta let us know so that in 10 to 15 years when it happens, we'll be like, whoa, there's no way that predicted the future. Random predicted the future. And this is when I'll be at like 45 million subscribers, and I'll be like, one of my first subscribers, the first 10,000, predicted that this would happen.
I noted it in my notes app. I stopped noting dreams in
2021 though. You gotta keep noting them down. I never really had a dream journal. I wish I did. I mean, I can still have a dream journal. I'm also just too lazy. So like, I wish I had the drive to want to write in a dream journal, but I don't.
of my nightmares doesn't come true, though. Oh yeah, I mean, that would be awful. Dude, I've had some nightmares that I really hope don't ever come true. One of the worst nightmares I've ever had. I still remember it to the day. I mean, when I mean by worst, I mean just scariest. I actually like nightmares. I think nightmares are kind of cool. It's like a horror movie in your head, so it's like just the things you're scared of, which is cool. My brain tries to find things it's scared of. And I like it when it's like horror movie adjacent, you know? It's like a horror movie. It's not like some sort of like situation that happened that was awful. I hate those type of nightmares. I like the nightmares that are like, oh, this is basically a scary movie. Those ones are fun. Like after you wake up, not during, but like after. In hindsight, they're like, oh, that was cool. I don't know if anyone agrees with me or not. Oh my god, stop it. When I was 5-7 years old, I sometimes was thinking, how would I write down what happened to me this day as an autobiography? But then those thoughts became annoying and I stopped thinking about it with time.
That's fair. What I recently had a dream about was, for the first time ever, which I thought was kind of crazy, was Geometry Dash. And it was just kind of recently. I was actually kind of surprised I haven't dreamed about it sooner. Because, you know, I've been playing this game. I just play it every day, basically. It's 90% of what my brain holds. It was like, I don't even remember. I think I'd like beat a random level. And then woke up, I was like, what? Why was that the only dream I've ever had? I mean, I'm not mad. I don't want my life to be more filled with this game, even when I'm sleeping.
There was no way, dude. That was doomed from the first swoop I did. Sometimes when I was sleep deprived, I get scared of everyday objects. But
That's a whole nother thing. I used to have night terrors, which that was terrifying. And it only happened in like my old house I've lived in. Like this was probably like 10 years ago at this point. Maybe not 10, like 8. I would like, everything felt like it was so far away. And I couldn't get that idea out of my head that everything was close. It was like actually just close to me, but it felt so far. Like even my hand, I would look at my hand and it felt like it was across the room, even though it was right in front of my face. It was such a weird feeling. And I remember it so perfectly. I would remember like feeling like I was holding something really heavy, even though nothing was happening. And this would happen like, not every night, probably like once a week for like a few months. But that was not okay. And then like about a few months later after that, I felt the same sensation of like seeing something far away, like in broad daylight, and I was like, what is this feeling? And I like had my hand curled up in this really weird way. Like it was like, I remember specifically, it might seem really weird, but I remember it was like my thumb was like I was like gripping my thumb really tightly, and it made me feel like everything was so far. I don't know why that was the case. That doesn't happen anymore. That used to happen like, 8 years ago, like kind of around when I had night terrors. It was such a weird, and then I realized like that's what was happening. I don't actually know why that happened. But all of a sudden I was in the car and I was like, what is that feeling? And I looked down my hand and that's what was happening. And I unclenched my hand and the feeling went away. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to not do that anymore. That's probably the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. What? Oh my god.
I had this when I was 7 or 9. That's about when I had it too, which is about when everyone had. Like, it's really common to have like night terrors or sleep paralysis.
I had sleep paralysis too, 2 times. Actually, no, 3 times. I think I finally know. So, I'm about more sleep stories I write for this. There was this one time so my bed in my old house would there was no door to my room, so where I put my head, I could look out just into the hallway, and there was this one time, it was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, like, while I was sleeping, couldn't move, and there was this thing, I don't know what it was, it looked like just a shadow thing, and it was running towards me, and then all of a sudden it faded as it was like a foot in front of my face, and my eyes were still open when I finally came to, and I was like, nope, not at all, that's not happening today. That was terrifying. And then another time I dreamed that I was running to my bed, and I jumped in it, and then I woke up, but I couldn't move for like a solid minute. And I was in the exact same place. You never had sleep paralysis? Sleep paralysis is actually worse than night terrors. Because at least, I mean, night terrors, I mean, it's pretty scary. And I think like that feeling I was feeling was something completely different. But at least with night terrors, I don't remember the, like, me being scared part. Like, crying. Or anything, because I would, like, start crying in the middle of the night for no reason. I only remember one instance of that happening, but it wasn't, like, bad. But sleep paralysis, I remember each time it happened. Thank God that I don't have that anymore. And apparently it's very common in, like, people who are 7 to, like, 10. Which that was how old I was. So it made sense.
I think of 30 seconds of fine because Billy said he had sleep paralysis.
Yeah. There's sleep paralysis stories. Then the second scariest time was I had this like bunk bed where I could see the door, and I saw it close, and then I heard this like thing laughing, but I couldn't move. And then all of a sudden, I was still awake and the door was closed. And I was like, wait, was that like my dad or something? I went to the room and I was like, hey, did you close my door? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, buddy. All right. Something was laughing and closed the door. We looked at my brother. My brother was sleeping. That was terrifying. I must have just been dreaming. Probably a mix of night terrors and sleep paralysis. Not 10 out of 10, don't recommend.
Not fun stuff. Oh, yeah, no. It's not fun at all. Lily makes Slaughterhouse and Mario Maker 2, if you know what that is. I don't. Hell, I'm mining 150 blocks in Minecraft. 150,000 blocks in Minecraft. That does sound not fun. Also, can I see you do an attempt at the duel?
I mean, you will see that eventually. So yeah, those are my night terror and / sleep paralysis stories. It's creepy. It's a creepy experience.
think I live in a haunted house. I once accidentally recorded some female saying hi while I was home alone once.
Nah, that is actually not okay. Just someone saying hello. Dude, I've had so many experiences like that in my old house. Where, like, I think someone said, like, I hear something. Because sometimes I would just be home alone for, like, a couple of hours at night. And the things I'd hear were terrifying. Like, it was definitely house noises. But I remember just the feeling of, like, not feeling like I could sleep. Not because I was, like, worried about my safety or anything. More just, like, the noises that house made. Like, our heater sounded like someone screaming in the distance. Like, it was not okay. Like, the first time I heard it, my heart was beating so fast, and then I realized that it was just the heater. I was like, okay. But, oh boy. We were recording a speedrun in Minecraft, and then that happened. Looking back at it, you're probably like, wait, where did that come from?
That sounds like nightmare fuel, bro.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Not anymore, though. We moved out of that house because it was bad in every way. And then everyone there was like, yeah, we kind of experienced the same thing, so we're gonna wrap this up and get out of here. Didn't help that I lived there, like, kind of during COVID. For, like, probably, like, a month into COVID, I lived there. That's not a dumb thing, it's hard, but it's just like, get past there. Get to the next duel. Beat the level, all the above.
The crazy part, my house was built in 2020.
Oh wow. All the houses I've ever lived in have been pretty old, actually. I've never lived in, like, a new house before, I don't think. Every house I've, like, ever lived in is probably, like, minimum 60 years old.
Does your mom gets acts panicked for a couple of seconds when you wake her up, but then can't remember it?
No.
Oh, silence at night sounds different from silence in the morning.
Silence at night is, like, anticipation for a noise. Like, if you hear, like, even if it's, like, the slightest sound at night, it's like, wait, what was that? But in the morning, you just open the blinds and it's just birds, or just, even if it's silent, it's, even if you're anticipating noise. Like, noise is more normal and not, like, feared in the morning, but, like, at night, the silence is just like, oh my god, there could be something at any moment. I do agree. Two very different types of silence.
I recently had mice under the floor in our apartment.
Oh, that's That's never fun. I feel like every house has like just mice. Can't really. It's so hard to get rid of them. My house has mice. Actually, both my houses have mice. Even though we put out traps, we put out. That's it. Just traps. I couldn't think of another thing. Dude, my old house, there was like a mummified rat in our basement that we didn't know about until like 3 years after moving in there. It was just, it was like under something. It was just this mummified rat, and it was like actually, that was the beginning of the hauntings, is when we found that. That's when my night terror started.
Rest in peace, that rat, that who knows how long. Oh, no one buried someone in the land my house is built on. We caught one of them in a mouse trap.
We get those like mouse traps that like, it just locks them in. They don't actually like die. And then we will go to our local woods and release it there. It will inevitably die, but makes us feel better about ourselves. Or just feed it to my snake. One of the two. It depends on when my snake ate. So it's either going back into nature, or it's going back into nature in a little bit more of a little bit more of a rude way, but it's still going back to nature. My snake.
Snake? Yes, I have a snake. You have the sticky mouse traps. We threw them out in the dumpster.
We used to have those, but then the first time we got one, we felt so bad for the mouse. Even though it kept eating all of our things and destroying everything we had, I still felt a little bad for it. I was like, oh. Mouse traps and the little catcher ones are the best, because you can still feed them to snakes or release them. Or whatever you do. Sometimes I'll just like see a random mouse and I'm like, huh, look at that guy. Sometimes we'll just be eating like our compost thing. We'll have a compost thing out and I'll see a mouse in it and I'm like, oh, that's cool. At least you're eating not the good food.
Yo, I got a mouse, but I got a ratatouille running around my kitchen.
Oh my god, I want a rat like Ratatouille. That would be epic. Going up to the stove, putting on my hat and my rat, and then just making up a feast. I just do that with my cockatiel. Except he just bites my head when I put the hat on. And then I end up just making up a whole mess in the kitchen. Dude, I need to do a cooking stream at some point. I don't know if anyone has ever seen my muffin video. It's the best video I've ever created, by the way. Or one of my friends edited it, but I got all the footage. It's the best video on my channel. I gotta redeem myself for the monstrosity I created. Oh, there was... I gotta stop dying to that. I've died to that twice now. I don't know why I'm suffering. Right before the duel, too. That's a rare death. Billy's Baking Finale. Oh, it's the best. Billy's Baking Finale. I gotta make Billy's Baking Finale finale. Or Billy's Baking Finale 2. 3 years later, 2 years later? I forgot how long ago. I'm pretty sure I was a sophomore, so 3 years ago. Also, Microsoft makes Windows tablets, and not only Microsoft. That's cool to know. New fact learned. Man, I'm struggling to play this right now with, like, keeping my eyes open. I might need to think about hitting the old hay, even though it's 8. They're called Microsoft Surface. Okay. Have you seen the guy who reacted to I've ran out of content? No, I have not. I've seen videos of people reacting to a reaction of like their own reaction before. Like, and it's like 50 videos deep of like them reacting to a reaction. I don't think I've seen that specific one though. Or maybe that is the specific one you're talking about. Alright, I think I'm gonna go for like 5 more minutes and I think I'm gonna head out. Honestly, pretty successful today for just getting dual attempts in general. Oh my god, why did I click so late? The only thing that keeps happening, and I don't like that.
Joke said, why can't people just get into a Discord call instead of recording
500 reactions. I mean, for like for the video? I don't even know. Maybe because it's more funny if you don't do that way, knowing that they've wasted time.
money? Yeah, that's true. Money's always the way. Do they even edit it? For this? Saw someone posted 3 reaction vids in just a day.
Like, I hate reaction videos sometimes. Like the stereotypical stuff, like, that's just so bad. They're just like, wow, that person just did a backflip. Whoa, that person just sat down on a whoopee cushion. Like, why couldn't I think of that? Like something like those stupid. People know who Sniper Wolf is, right? And if you don't, you should be happy about life. You're in a good position if you don't know who that is. It's basically that exact type of reaction videos.
Type of reaction is the worst. I know, sadly. I like Asmongold's reactions.
I don't actually know who that is. You know what the best reaction channel is? Like he's really, I think he's just kind of funny. He's weird. Is Infinite. I don't watch him much anymore, but I used to really like his videos, and sometimes like I still get like recommended a video by him. Sometimes I'm still subscribed because sometimes I watch one. I'm like, this is just funny. Yeah, it's definitely aimed towards like kids, sort of, but it's still like, he's still funny enough. He's goofy, and he definitely does have that like loud YouTuber thing, but it's not like as obnoxious. I don't know. I like Infinite, or like his name is like Infinite Lists is what his channel used to be called when I was watching him. Only like big reaction channel that I would like enjoy watching. If I can't believe you also know him. Yeah, Infinite is solid. I'm a fan. It's just like easy content to watch. Obviously, sometimes his videos are a little loud. It's like, okay, alright, buddy. But he's just a funny guy. I haven't watched him in about a year, though. I wonder if he's still posting. He probably is. He's making so much money. Why did I jump so early? I jumped too late and now too early. What's next? Too perfect? I'm going to click too perfectly and the level's going to be like, nope, that was too perfect.
XQC is stereotypical reactions.
I've actually never seen XQC. I've seen him around. Like, I know what like he does, kind of, but I haven't like watched any of his videos. He seems like one of those, in my opinion, the like annoying ones. I mean, maybe not. You know who's the worst is like Logan Paul or Jake Paul. Oh my god. Those are my two least favorite YouTube channels ever. Oh, just too high, dude. Oh. You can't just... That gap looks so easy. It looks so easy. But you can't, like, click more than one time with the ship. After getting out of the, that one block gap, you have to click... It's just, like, one click. You can do it at two, but it makes it... It's so much harder, like, with the ball part. Because you can't click again, because the ball will just click. Ugh. You have to, like, go sideways in between the two spikes, and there's not really much you can do about it. Because then if you click too early, you'll hit your head on stuff, and it's just, oh my god. I'm just coping right now. After that monumental fail. Maybe I won't go. This consistency is kind of wild.
I'll go until I'm done. Consistency. Jake Paul finding his next fight in the retired boxers list.
I know, that fight with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was actually, like, I was kind of excited to see it, only because I wanted Mike Tyson to absolutely destroy him. However, that didn't happen because Jake Paul probably paid him a bunch. Like, either way, it looked bad for Jake Paul. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. It was either, oh, he's going to beat up an old man, or be beaten up by an old man. Both don't look very good. One is definitely a funnier outcome, and one of them is just kind of sad. What am I doing right now? I keep almost getting to the duel, but then that dumb double spike.
How do you even get to like Logan Paul?
I don't even know. Like, where do you begin? Like, when are you just like, oh my god, Logan Paul is my favorite? Honestly, don't even know like what his content is fully. I've seen, like, a few bits of his videos. I've seen him just as a person. I don't like him. He annoys me. But, like, how does he have so many subscribers? I don't know how many he has. It's probably over 10 million. Maybe it's like way higher. Or doing type of channels I don't understand at all, or like the family channels. Where it's just like all the family drama. I'll understand those.
I only like Logan Paul because I watched him in
Vine back then. I mean, everyone in Vine was like, Vine is just funny. But then there's like a lot of people have changed for the worse. Like I used to really like Mr. Beast. I thought Mr. Beast was pretty cool. And they like got weird with like videos and stuff. And like I knew they were fake, but it was like the way he started doing it felt weird. It didn't feel as personal. It felt more like, I don't know, robotic, AI like made content. It was weird.
limitations promotes creativity. Yeah. He does vlogging or something. Yeah, that doesn't sound very fun. The fight was like Mike Tyson being an injured old man is the boxing versus an energetic dude in his 20s.
Yeah, it's like there's no getting around that. Also, Mike Tyson could have totally taken it if he was like actually willing to give it his all. Made me respect both of them a little bit less, though. Definitely more Jake Paul, but like just like, all right, Mike Tyson, you could have actually just destroyed him. There were so many times like there was a lot of breakdown videos of like when Mike Tyson could have just absolutely destroyed him, but then just like hesitated or didn't do something. He's gonna like do a rematch with him when he's like 90.
My only favorite gay dude is Thomas Sanders.
Your only favorite gay? What does that even mean? There's so many awesome gay YouTubers, dude. There's so many. I would say most that I've ever watched, they've been funny.
Favorite can only my favorite. Yeah, favorite can only.
But you said my only favorite. Saying only favorite is, you could have said just my favorite, and then, but adding the my only. What my only favorite? I don't know. It makes it sound different. Maybe in my head. Maybe I was. Maybe just mistyped. Yeah, Thomas Sanders. I didn't actually know he was, but he is very funny. His videos are still like basically the exact same, especially his like TikToks and stuff. It's like the same thing, and it's amazing. In your head too, yeah. What is on my? There's like this one. It's like the same ant. I should just kill it, but I feel too bad. It keeps crawling on my leg. Remember that one guy on Vine who'd like do these crazy magic tricks? Like they were like quote unquote magic tricks. Dude, I used to think that those were so real. I forgot what his name is. But there was like that one with like he had Coke bottles and he like flew in the air. I was like, whoa! How do you do that? That's crazy. And then I actually tried doing it and it did not work at all. Forgot what his name was, but he's so funny. I think people know who I'm talking about. I definitely used to watch like Vine compilations. That was like my favorite thing to do. Back when I first discovered YouTube. Zach King. There it is, Zach King. That's the name. I knew it started with a Z. Your favorite YouTuber is probably Captain Disillusions. I have... So... I don't actually know who that is. I don't think I've ever seen Captain Disillusions. If I would have to choose a favorite YouTuber, it'd probably be Good Mythical Morning or something. Most impactful, probably the most amount of videos I've watched from one channel and been entertained by them. That and then 10-minute Power Hour and that's it. Those are my two favorites. And Penguin's OZ. Really like him. Like Critical. That guy. Hey everyone, it's Critical. Zach Bach is funny. I'll have to check him out. I definitely need some more YouTubers because like I'm kind of in like a spot where I'm not really watching much other than just like the 4 or 5 YouTubers that I've been with for the last, been just watching for the past like, I don't know, 2 years. You know who I also really like, kind of like different genre everything, is Mr. Ballin. He's a little, I mean he's not small, I think it's like 2 to 3 million subscribers roughly. He does just like horror stories, but he does it really well, and it's just him narrating it. And he's really good at the storytelling. I like horror stuff, if people didn't already know that. I never liked horror, but now I'll probably like it. Yeah, it's one of the things that you gotta get used to. I used to hate horror movies, or like anything horror. Like when I was really little, but probably when I was like around 7 or 8 is when I really started liking it, and then now I like it only when it's terrifying. I haven't found something that scared me, which is probably not a good thing. I've just become numb to horror stuff. I love the feeling of like, this is probably not good, but I do like the feeling of like being horrified of like a movie. Obviously not like a real scary situation that's happening, but like the feeling of like being actually terrified of something that like from a movie. That hasn't happened in like years. I liked horror since I was 5 because my parents keep watching horror movies. Yeah. My first ever movie when I was a child was Evil Dead, which isn't like that scary of a, I mean, it is actually pretty messed up, but it wasn't. It's still like, for my very first movie, being introduced to the world, is that I was bound to like horror.
Sometimes I don't really get scared of jump scares that are meant to be scary.
Yeah, me neither. It's like, oh no, that was spooky. I like the psychological stuff. If anyone has ever, does anyone know who like what Black Mirror is? It's not a YouTube channel. It's a I think it's on Netflix or something, maybe Hulu. It's the best like horror show ever. Each episode is like a different story, and each one is like from like 30 minutes to like an hour and a half. And they're so good. Some of them are like, you know, not good, because it's just the nature of those type of shows. There's bound to be a few bad ones, but there's bound to also be a few really horrifying ones. Ones that you like think about for a while. It's like, huh, that's messed up.
First horror movie I watched was one of the Conjuring movies.
You know, that's really funny. I haven't seen The Conjuring.
I've seen a gif of a guy getting the horrible stuff.
That's pretty awful. Dude, there was this trend, I don't know, about a year ago, maybe a little earlier, of like horrible thing. I can't even say what it was. Just like horrible things being done with like a filter over it, so you couldn't really tell what was going on other than the audio. And thank God I didn't see any of these videos, but apparently they were everywhere. For a while. I saw like this video breakdown of like just like really messed up things. I don't know why. I just clicked on it because I was like, oh, what is this? And then it started talking about it. Like, oh wow, that's real messed up. I don't even want to say really what it was, only just because
I don't want people to search it.
But it was very similar to
What you said, Cam. I only say after watching all the Conjuring, Annabelle, Insidious movies, I can say it's not that scary.
Actually, no, I have seen Insidious. Insidious is like scary for the first half, and then it becomes weird and not scary in the second half. I don't know how it's able to do that. It's like you're just about to get horrified by it, and then all of a sudden it's just like this weird, not even scary movie. It becomes kind of stupid. Which one I watched was Chucky. When I first watched that, I watched that with just like at night, obviously, but that one was worrisome. Because I had a doll in my yard that was just there when we got to that house. See, the old house that I lived in was so haunted, definitely, because there was this doll. And, like, we never threw it away. I don't know why. But it would just be in our backyard forever. It's probably still there. Under something. Alright, I think I'm gonna go. I've exhausted the good amount of dual attempts.
Sound effects made almost every horror movie a little bit more scary.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, if a horror movie was just like silent or just happy music the whole time, it would have been nothing. Alright, I'm done. Why doesn't my best show? It doesn't show that I have 74. I should be right here. Alright. That's crazy. Alright. Well, everybody, thank you guys all for sticking around watching me suffer Lotus Flower yet again. I'll see you guys all on the next stream, which will probably be Lotus Flower. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Lotus Flower. Alright.